welcome back to Orange Hat Reviews. Hope you're all having a good morning. Chapter 5 of The Mandalorian, The Gunslinger, was a good episode. I will say this, in my opinion, this was well done. My opinion. It shows that Dave Filoni, who even before I knew who directed this, I thought was, or whoever was directing this was doing a very good job. I am going to discuss a little bit of spoilers. When it came to the Tusken Raiders, I'm like, it is low budget, but what he did was show a side of the Tusken Raiders that is different, but also unique. Everybody in Star Wars fanship knows that the Tusken Raiders are savages. Another thing that they show is that not all Tusken Raiders are savages. I mean, it was expressed in episode 2 that they're also gentle. I mean, they do have kids and whatnot. But this one showed that there are some that are actually willing to barter with outsiders if they know their ways, which apparently the Mandalorian does know their ways. He actually was able to barter and negotiate with them for safe passage through their land. And I thought that was pretty good. I thought the character of that Ming-Na Wen played was very well done. How she knew what she knew? Well, criminals know what they know, you know? But, yeah, I thought this was a well done episode. Overall, I would say I would give it a 4.5 out of 5. I mean, the score still lacks, in my opinion. I can't. I just have to. I gotta actually watch something multiple times, or a show multiple times if I'm going to focus on the score. Because this show draws you in with the characters and whatnot. It draws you in with the action, and it shows that there are things. I mean, the score is easily forgettable. It's easy to not focus on that. But the action, the acting, the special effects are very well done. And the tactics that the Mandalorian used against Ming-Na Wen's character, who was very proficient with a sniper rifle, showed that he knew how to bring in a bounty and this gunslinger had no shot, basically. Had no chance of getting this kid, or getting her. He's like, he'd be going up against a person who's been hired by every criminal syndicate. But yeah, you're not going to stand a chance. Well, that's the thing. The Mandalorian knows how to deal with people with ambition. And he knows that he's going to have to not be able to trust anyone, except for a very select few. I'm still... No, like that. Never mind on that. I was basically going to say, I wonder why he has an aversion to droids, but then I just remembered, well, his entire family was murdered by droids. So, yeah. Not to mention that IG unit from the first one was going to blast his bounty, so he had to blast it. So, yeah, he can't trust droids. But anyway, I was going to completely skip that little oversight with the droid thing, but I wanted to show you guys that I'm thinking on the fly with this. I'm giving this review unscripted and raw, which is what I always do. But yeah, for The Mandalorian, subjectively, it is 4.5 out of 5. Objectively, I would give it a 4. I mean, the score is the only thing that I can't really focus on, and it's easily forgettable. I mean, it does swell here and there, but it's something that I wasn't able to focus on very well. The writing was well done. The The hangar, or the woman in the hangar that owns the hangar, I thought she was well done. Her character was peppy. She had a lot of pep. She had a lot of feistiness, and that was good. I like those kind of characters. It shows you that there can be some eccentricities, and you can actually like them. And that's something that I actually noticed Filoni did in the Clone Wars. He created some very feisty characters, some very eccentric characters, and people absolutely loved them. I mean, that old goat-legged Jedi with the silver lightsaber cane that helped teach Ahsoka. I can't remember his name to save my life, but I do remember that he was an eccentric character, but I ended up liking his character very much. And I gotta say, this episode was Filoni's style through and through. He even supporting characters, even characters that aren't main characters, have a decent role, have a not or don't have don't have a forgettable role. And I gotta say that that she was a good character. The hanger woman, I can't remember the actress's name, but I thought she did very well. I like how they brought back the pit droids. I'm guessing that Filoni actually really liked the pit droids because pit droids played a role in the Clone Wars, and they were done pretty well. I mean, it's like, yep, it was very well done. I mean that or the droid or the episodes with all the droids and that pit droid. But yeah, the I was like, he's actually gone to Tatooine, so it's a return to real Star Wars. Now, showgoer, 5 out of 5. I am going to say that I like The Mandalorian. On entertainment alone, this show is good. It keeps you drawn in. It keeps you interested. And it shows that there are things that you can do and do well with the right directors and creators. Favreau and Filoni are doing very well with this. Now, um, objectively, I said 4 out of 5, but there is one thing I did want to point out. His ship was taking a beating in the beginning of this episode, and it's like, dude, you seriously went into free float in space because your ship was blasted to all shit. The only real thing that, in hindsight, that I am looking, or that I am finding issue with, besides a forgettable score, is his ship. He shouldn't have been able to land. I mean, that dude took a direct hit on his ship. Although I will say I do like the strength of his cannons. I mean, they absolutely vaporized the pursuing ship when he hit the brakes and let the guy go past. And he also does a good oneer. That's my line. And it was just very well done. But yeah, this was a well done episode. No agenda whatsoever to speak of. It's like, you know what? These are the kind of episodes. This is what Star Wars should be. This is what Disney should be doing. Now, am I saying Disney's a good company? Am I saying Lucasfilm is forgiven for everything just because The Mandalorian is doing well? Hell no. They still got a long way to go, and I mean a long way to go to atonement. The Mandalorian is a callback to original Star Wars, which is why I like it. And I'm going to keep liking it as long as it is continuing to show good content. Anyway, folks, that is the video. Y'all know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that jazz. Let me know down in the comments below what you all think. Do you like The Mandalorian? Did you like this episode? What did you think about this episode? I thought it was very well done. I thought that it really showed The Mandalorian's expertise and his experience I thought that Baby Yoda was cute as always. I do like Baby Yoda. And I thought that it was a pretty well put together show so far. The fourth episode is indeed the weakest, but it still had a good tie into it. It still, I mean, it may not have been the best episode, but it was indeed a good episode, in my opinion. But yep, folks, that's the video. Let me know your thoughts on it. How do you like the Mando so far? Y'all know the, well, I already said y'all know the drill. Anyway, folks, this has been Orange Chat Reviews. I'll catch y'all on the next one.